Land Suitability Assessment for Soybean. Lysin Max L. Mer Production in Kabwe District, Central Zambia. Introduction. Soybean are a nutritious and profitable crop for Zambia. They can improve soil health and provide food to well animal feed. However, growing soybeans can be tricky. The weather can be unpredictable. The soil might not be the best, and farmers may not have access to the latest resources. Despite these challenges, scientists are creating better seeds and farming techniques to boost soybean production, but therefore planting, it's important to check if the land is suitable for soybean. This way, farmers can get the most out of their crops. Land suitability assessment is a process to identify area for growing crops. It's considered factors like soil, rain, temperature, and landscape. Traditionally, in Zambia, surveys were done to assess and suitability. A new approach that uses computers can consider more factors like soil chemistry and help farmers decide where to plant soybean for the best result. Materials and methods. This study aims to improve soybean farmer in Kabwe District, Zambia. Researchers to look at factors that affect soybean growth, like soil nutrients, rain, and landscape. They use computer and special tools to analyze these factors and create a map. This map can help farmers choose the best places to grow soybeans for a good harvest. Description of the study area. The area studies for soybeans farming in Kabwe District in central Zambia. It's roughly 130 km north of Lusaka and covers about 1,570 square kilometers. This district is well connected by road and rail to Lusaka and other nearby area. Kabwe isn't a one-size-fits-all climate zone. Its weather changes throughout the year depending on the position of the sun. Here's the breakdown. Dry and chilly, April to August. This is the coolest time of year with the least rain. Scorcher restaurant, to October. Get ready to sweat. These are the hottest months. Rainy days, November to April. This is the wet season, but it's important to know that a lot of the rain evaporates due to the heat. In short, Kabwe is a warm to hot place year-round with a clear wet season. The ground beneath. Kabwe has two main soil types: reddish-brown soil acisols or reddish clay soil luvisols. Vegetation. Kabwe mainly has open land dominated by mumbo trees. Other vegetation types include chipia trees, munga trees, termitia area with termite mound grassland. Landform. The landscape is a gentle rhythm plateau with flat hilltops. Slopes are generally mild, ranging from 1 to 3 degrees. Identification of attributes. Farmers looking for the best spots to grow soybeans in the Kabwe district should consider this factor. Soil. Soybeans like slightly acidic soil with good drainage. Clayey or loamy textures are ideal, and more organic matter and phosphorus are beneficial. Climate. The right amount of rain is crucial, and temperature should be 2 Land. Flat land with gentle slope is best of planting and managing soybean crops. Good drainage is also important to prevent water lag. Accessibility. Easy access to the land, low allows for efficient planting, care, and harvest of soybeans. Data sources. Researchers collected information to identify the best places to grow soybeans in Kabwe. They use existing data like topographic map, ministry or land, and a national soil map. Zambia Agriculture Research Institute, along with high resolution evaluation data downloaded from a US website. Additionally, they collect soil samples directly from the study area. All this data was processed using special software to prepare it for further analysis of soybean suitability. Pre-processing of digital elevation model. 1. Fixing the data. They plunge in elevation data DEM and adjust it for accuracy. 2. Finding slope and drainage. They use special tools to identify area that a step of having poor drainage, which is ideal for soybeans. 3. Filling the hole. They plunge in any holes or gaps they found in the data to get a complete picture of the landscape. By following these steps, they get a more precise understanding of land, which will help them figure out the best places to grow soybean. Process model for soybean suitability mapping. The researchers followed a series of steps to create a map showing the best places to grow soybean in Kabwe. See Figure 2 or a details breakdown. They the guest of it, choosing important factor. They identified things that affect soybean growth like soil nutrients, elevation representing climate, and distance to road, creating data layers. They collected soil samples and used special tools to analyze the landscape elevation, the distance to road, creating the land. Each area was ranked based on how suitable it is for soybean. Highly suitable, etc. Putting it together. Finally, they combine all this information into a single map showing the best places to grow soybean is Kabwe pen. Data collection and dispersion of data sets. Slope. Slope is a key factor of growing soybean. This flat land is ideal. Researchers use special software to analyze the elevation data DEM and calculate the slope as a percentage. They then categorize the slope into different classes based on suitability for soybeans. Flatter areas were considered more suitable because they allow for even water distribution, which is important for soybean growth. Drainage Wetness Index. Soil drainage was represented by Topographic Wetness Index, which is steady state wetness index reflecting soil moisture and drainage condition. Elevation proxy from climate, rainfall, and temperature. Elevation proxy for climate, rainfall, and temperature. They use elevation as a substitute proxy for climate. This is because generally as elevation increases, temperatures get colder and rainfall patterns change. So areas at higher elevation would likely have colder temperature and potentially different rainfall pattern compared to lower elevation. By analyzing the elevation data DEM, they could indirectly assist the climate suitability for growing soybeans. However, it's important to remember that this is estimate and higher elevation may also have other factors affecting climate like wind pattern. Soil. A field survey was conducted to analyze soil characteristics for soybean production suitability. Soil texture represented by clay proportion and soil organic carbon were key focus areas. Random sampling methods were employed across various sites. geoprocessing techniques were utilized to create map predicting soil suitability. ArcMap was used for data analysis and mapping. Soil examples were classified based on factors like rainfall, temperature, and organic carbon content. Inverse distance weighting (IDW) interpolation method aided in predicting soil attributes for unknown points. 92 sampling points were analyzed for attributes such as phosphorus content. Classification into suitability classes was based on factors like elevation and temperature. The study aimed to offer insight for effective like management and crop production strategies relevant for soil characteristics. Distance to roads. Researchers employ computer programs to calculate the distance from each land parcel to the nearest road, considering its impact on farming stability. Proximity to roads is crucial for efficient access, thus influencing agricultural viability. This analysis aids in identifying prime agricultural areas by assessing both land quality and accessibility. Reclassifying, weighting, and overlaying datasets. This study evaluates land for soybean farming by considering factors like soil, nutrients, slope, and distance to road. Each factor was ranking based on its importance for soybean, and all the information was combined to create a map showing the most suitable areas for soybean production. Land capacity analysis, performed by combining all the reclassified data areas except for the distance datasets using the cell statistics tools. Factors were identified to help small-scale farming develop crop management practices, help increase soybean production. Generating the land suitability map for soybean production. The researchers took all the separate maps they made for different factors like soil and slope and combined them into one final map. They considered how important each factor was for soybean, giving more weight to important ones, and ended up with a map showing areas that are highly suitable, moderately suitable, and so on for growing soybean. Modulation of the suitability. Ground truth data was utilized to validate and land suitability. Map truth, a visit to soybean farm. Farmers were interviewed to production while noting the physical attributes for each farm. The collect data was used to create an error matrix which calculate map accuracy by comparing verified points in the field with predicted data on the land suitability map. Soil attributes. This study found that most of the land in the area has too acidic for soybean. Soybean prefers slightly acidic soil, pH 5 to 6 to 7 to 0, but only a tiny part, 0.62% of the area fit the description. A larger portion, 73.88%, was very acidic and only marginally suitable for soybean, requiring lime treatment to improve yield. The rest, 10.43%, was extremely acidic and currently not suitable for soybean at all. Suitability analysis for soybean production. The study conducted in Kabwe highlighted significant challenges for soybean production, with only 19.55% of the areas possessing soil with adequate organic carbon level. Low availability of phosphorus was observed, with 86.15% of soil below optimal levels. spatially soil texture varied with clay proportion ranging from 9.16% to 51.67%. Affecting crop productivity, however, 72.07% of the area had soil suitability for soybean cultivation, mainly sandy to clay loam. Areas with moderate suitability, primarily near water bodies, covered 23.18% to 51.67% clay proportion. Accessibility via roads was favorable, with 50.52% of the area easily researches, facilitating input transportation and market access. Management practices to ensure organic matter and phosphorus levels are crucial for improving soil fertility and optimizing soybean production in Cabe. Validation of the suitability map for soybean production. 70% highly suitable, 60% for suitable, 77% moderately suitable, or 57% marginally suitable. Conclusion: the study in Cabe revealed that the majority of the land, 87%, hold promising potential for soybean cultivation despite facing challenges such as low soil acidity and phosphorus levels. Fortunately, these issues can be addressed through the application of lime and fertilizer, respectively. Researchers developed a map delineating areas suitable for soybean cultivation, serving as a valuable resource for farmers in decision making regarding planting location. The utilize of Geographic Information System (GIS) and consider of multiple factors in mapping suitability can be extended to assess suitability for other crops and regions. Additionally, researchers recommend establishing test fields in various suitability zones to optimize soybean cultivation practices tailored to each specific location. Thank you.